Hello everybody, it's Foo here, bringing you week 7 of the WBE Let's Go Draft League, and some of you have been asking where my week 6 video was, so unfortunately Steve and I didn't find a time to play. He's a very busy grafting, working man, he's working very hard, and that's very admirable. It just, because of the time difference, meant that it was really hard for us to find a time to battle, so he actually took the forfeit, which meant that he takes a 3-0 loss, basically. So I get a 3-0 win, which, I mean, that's fine that I get the win. I would have preferred to battle because, obviously, I'm doing this for content as much as anything else, but also because Steve's a great guy and he's a really interesting battler. His draft is really cool. I'll throw it on screen, but his wheezing is in, like, the top kills for this league, which is crazy because it's a wheezing and everyone was kind of like gobsmacked that it went so early, but Steve is actually showing that it's kind of worth that early pick. So yeah, he had a really cool team. I think I had a really good matchup with my Mega Aero. He didn't have too much to threaten it, really. The only way would have been maybe a bulk up Primate being able to take a wing attack, but outside of that, loads of my stuff did really well against his team. So I think I'd have had a good matchup there, but I would have liked to play the battle because I'm sure that Steve would have come up with some cool tricks and things. Anyway, what that means is we're going into week 7 with a 6-0 score, which is really, really good. We're joint top of the league, or I think we're second after differential, so that's by the by, really, though. If we're in the top 2 by the end of the league, then we get into playoffs and we get an automatic bye from the first round of playoffs. So basically, we are automatically through quarterfinals and straight into semi-finals if I come second overall at the end of this. But what I do know already, I think I am guaranteed in playoffs at the very least, which means I'm at least in the quarterfinals now, which is good. But it still remains to be seen how I do. Anyway, this week, that's all ramble. This week we're going up against Deathly and the Tennessee Trubbish, one of the best team names and team logos I've seen. It's fantastic. Obviously, as always, go and check out his side of the battle and his channel. I think he's got one of the most stacked rosters in the entire league from first to last pick. He's got a really, really good roster, and there are so many things that I'm scared of. And in fact, I think this is one of Mega Aerodactyl's hardest matchups. So I'll go through why. I put his team on screen. He's got Mega Venusaur, which is definitely one of the best Megas in this format. I've got Venusaur and I think it's amazing. Mega Venusaur is just better. It's just better. So that's kind of crazy. And bulky offense is definitely the way to beat Mega Aerodactyl, I think. So Mega Venusaur is going to be a big threat. Equally Starmie. Mega Aerodactyl doesn't Oko Starmie. It's a fast, powerful water and psychic type. Psychic types are insanely good. It's got recover. So Starmie is another big threat. And then also Golem is hard for Mega Aero to take out as well. And it's got the rocks option, which this week is really important. Outside of that, Aero does put in the work on his team, really. He's got quite a lot of fast attackers that are all weak to rock, which is really nice. And then Hitmonchan, which is a threat to my team and I don't switch in well. I do have the wing attack for that, which does do a ton of damage to Hitmonchan. So other than that, Aero has a really good matchup. But anyway, let's go into the team that I'm bringing to show you what we're doing this week. As I say, as always, Aero is going to be coming, and it's going to be an all-out attacking set this week. We're going to have Rock Slide for a lot of stuff, actually. Rock Slide is just the most spammable move. Wing Attack is really nice for Venusaur. We can go Adamant this week because there's nothing that comes close to outspeeding us. So Wing Attack is a guaranteed 2-hit KO on any set he brings, although obviously if he goes for Mega Drain, then draining back some HP, Wing Attack might not then 2-hit KO, so I need to bear that in mind. But it also helps out with the Hitmonchan. And then Earthquake is there for Golem and also Muck. And Crunch is specifically there for Starmie, just because that thing could put a big dampener on my Aero sweeping late game if I don't bring it. So no Roost or anything this week. I don't actually think I've clicked Roost in the entire time that I've used Mega Aero this season, so I just thought that all-out attacking is probably the best way to go. So then the next Pokemon that we're bringing is Snorlax. I do need a switch in on Starmie. It also helps with the Ninetales because he's got both of them. And yeah, I think it's going to be really good. As always, I think Facade is the move to bring. Body Slam could be useful, but I don't actually think it's too useful this time. It's unlikely that Deathly will be switching fast attackers in on Body Slams, and my Aero outspeeds everything anyway, so I think it's more important to have the Facade just in case we get a Scald Burn or Will-O-Wisp Burn from Ninetales or a Toxic from something, because it just does so much damage. We've got Ice Punch for a bit more immediate damage on Mega Venusaur. And Brick Break is there only because I am actually a little bit scared of screens, and this guy is probably switching in on anything that would want to set up screens, Starmie or Ninetales Alola. So we can Brick Break through that. I think that's actually a win condition for him. If I didn't bring a Brick Breaker, then screens could probably win him the match, so I need to do that. And then the last move is going to be Surf because Golem is there, and I really, really want to prevent rocks if possible, and so I've put Surf on my Snorlax. It does have a decent chance to one-hit KO, but it's not in my favour. So it's like a 40% chance to one-hit KO, depending on his set. So that's Snorlax. The reason I really want to prevent rocks this week is because I'm bringing Articuno, which stands to be really good, and I'm excited about that, but also kind of concerned. So obviously Articuno has a huge rocks weakness, and that is bad news for me. So but I just think that it's got too good a matchup. It really, really helps out with Mega Venusaur. Like, it's just so good against Mega Venusaur, and nothing else is particularly good against Mega Venusaur. Otherwise, I'm relying on my Venusaur to take on a Mega Venusaur, which is not a good thing. So, yeah, Articuno does that. And it also means that I can kind of Toxic Pressure Starmie to put it in range of Crunch. And yeah, it is pretty good. Sub Roost will beat pretty much anything on his team. The only thing that can really take it on is Muck. I think everything else will probably lose to this. But I need to keep the rocks off the field or else it won't be half as effective as it will be otherwise. So in that vein, we've got Venusaur. This can take on, this can Oko Golem, obviously, to prevent rocks. We've got Sludge Bomb on there because that's, I think, my best way of getting some damage on Mega Venusaur too. If I get 2 Sludge Bombs on Mega Venusaur, then it's in range of Wing Attack from Aerodactyl, and obviously it can't really go for Mega Drain on this to get any health back, so that's really a good way of getting damage on Mega Venusaur. It also is timid just to make sure that we can give ourselves as much chance of getting as much damage as possible on that Mega Venusaur. Earthquake is only there for Muck because other than this, I don't have too much specifically for Muck. I've got lots of Earthquakers, but it's not specifically for Muck, and Muck could well be a switch on Venusaur, so just thought I'd throw that on there. And the last move is Sleep Powder. I doubt I'll get to use it because Mega Venusaur just switch in on my Venusaur very well, but if I can put something to sleep, that would be fantastic. It also is pretty good for Pinsir. I don't have much on my team for Pinsir, but this thing can do over half with Sludge Bomb or put it to sleep, so that's alright, I guess. We've then got Nidoking. This guy is my Stealth Rocker, so that's the main thing that he will be doing. We've got Surf on there to maybe prevent rocks from Golem, which is nice, and then Earthquake and Rock Slide. So Earthquake hits pretty much everything, and Rock Slide was just to hit the things that Earthquake doesn't hit, which are Dodrio and Pinsir. So that's there. And then this guy is coming. So this is a weird Kabutops set, and it's only really for the Dodrio. Because it can switch in on Dodrio pretty nicely. We've got Protect there for any jump kicks to force it to crash, and after taking Stealth Rock damage and crashing with Jump Kick, Aqua Jet will take out Dodrio. So this is a way of me dealing with it without having to let something die to it to bring in my Aerodactyl and take it out that way. The issue with Kabutops is it gives me something that can obviously be drained my Mega Venusaur for a lot of health, so I need to watch out for that. So that is my team. I'm quite nervous about this one. It's quite a big one because Deathly has a decent record, and if I beat him, I'm in a really, really good position to get that bye into semi-finals. So we'll see how that goes, but we'll cut to the battle when it happens. Okay, so we have matched with Deathly and we're going into this. So yeah, good luck to him. Go and check out his side of the battle afterwards. We'll go with our party and let's go for this. I'm actually really concerned about the starting matchup. He's brought the normal Alolan Ninetales. I didn't expect that at all, actually. Interesting. And yeah, the main problematic things are there. No Pinsir, which is good, because that's the one way he could have got up rocks with me not being able to do pretty much anything about it. Okay, so no Alolan Ninetales, which is good. And no Dodrio, so my Kabutops is pretty much on a complete waste. He might be able to help with the Lapras, threaten the Golem and everything. I think I'm going to lead with my Venusaur because it deals with... Oh, my Venusaur has a really good matchup this time. If he wants to lead with anything other than Ninetales, really, I think Venusaur is okay. I think Hitmonchan is actually probably one of the biggest threats against my team. I don't have switch-ins, but it doesn't take much for Aerodactyl. Well, Aerodactyl can take it out with a wing attack quite early, so... yeah, so that's good. I think that's going to be the biggest problem here. And obviously then just getting damage on everything so that Aerodactyl can win. But we'll see how that goes. I do want to get my rocks up relatively early, but it's not so crucial because there's not really that much that needs to be chipped. If I get rocks up, it means that Golem goes down a lot easier to stuff like... Oh boy, he leads with the Ninetales. That's interesting. I'm really kind of hoping he goes for the Will-O-Wisp straight away. I'm just going to switch into my... Snorlax here. And I'm really hoping he doesn't make like a weird hard switch into his Golem, which would be like a really good way for him to get up rocks. As I say, I really don't want rocks to go up here. What I'm thinking is he'll go straight into Golem right now. I think he'll go straight into Golem. I could go for a Surf, but it's not a good chance for me to knock him out. So actually, no, the best play for me to go for here is probably back into Venusaur. Which is risky, really risky. That's like, the play into my Kabutops is a lot less risky. Oh, do I do it? Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go into my Venusaur here. I really, really think that he's going to go into his Golem. Like, this might be a massive overpredict. Oh, shoot! No, what's he doing? Is he subbing, or what is he doing? He's not switching. Don't go for a Flamethrower. Nasty plot. Okay, that's kind of annoying right now. Really annoying. What I can do, I can go straight into my... Kabutops. I don't really understand why he stayed in there. Facade would have been a one-hit KO, I think. So he obviously doesn't think that I've got Facade. I should have gone into this guy because he was a much better middle ground play. He's just going to go for Flamethrower. I can take that, and I'm probably going to stack at this point. Dark Pulse probably will take me out, but really I'll just go for an Aqua Jet, get some damage on, and then get my Aerodactyl in and go for an Earthquake. Like, it's easily an Earthquake range. So Dark Pulse will take me out. Can't believe he stayed in there. I just really... That did not take me out. Okay. So here, like, there's no way that he's just going to stay in. So I might go for a Rock Slide to get damage on the Venusaur before it's Mega'd. This should do some good damage because I am, like, adamant. So we're getting the damage on the Venusaur already. That's really nice. And I can here switch into my own Venusaur to prevent any Sleep Powder or anything like that. I think that's the best thing to do. And if you go to a Sludge Bomb, that's okay. I can take 2. Yeah, I can take 2. I can't take 3. But it means that I can get Sludge Bomb damage on... What do I need my Venusaur for? I need one of my Venusaur or my Kabutops to be like a really good stop to his Golem, but I do have Surf on my Nidoking as well. So let's see. Sleep Powder, perfect. So if he's not timid, I will outspeed, and I can 2-hit KO from here potentially. Actually, probably can't. But if I go for one Sludge Bomb, I do outspeed, which is good. It doesn't necessarily mean he's going for a Mega Drain. Not really sure what he predicted there. Like, I think my early hard read is really throwing him off. I mean, it threw me off that he stayed in on my Snorlax. But Snorlax is looking really good. It's burned, which is the best status for it to have. I just really want to get rid of the Golem early, and I know that he's not going to let me get rid of that. So this is really good. My Venusaur is looking like it's going to beat his Venusaur one-on-one. As Tolkien's coming out, which is the Hitmonchan. This is really good. If I can put this to sleep. I didn't think that I'd get a sleep fodder this match. I get the poison, so I can't put it to sleep. But I can just go for another Sludge Bomb here, and... Or... I mean, I can go for Mega Drain. Sludge Bomb, I don't think takes that. Oh no, Sludge Bomb does. With poison, takes it out. Do I need this to get damage on the Starmie though? I need rocks to get damage on the Starmie. I've still got my Snorlax at full. So, and this was, as I said, it was one of the biggest threats to my team. Like, I should be able to live this pretty easily, actually, and after poison it should take him out. So that's a really early lead, which is nice, and one of the biggest threats down. Mega Venusaur is already in Aerodactyl range. We still need to focus on Starmie, which I've got my Snorlax for, and we need to focus on Golem, which I've got loads of things for because I just wanted to get rid of the Golem. Lapras, yeah, I'm not too concerned about. So this thing's coming again. I'm switching straight into Snorlax, or do I just sack off my? I think Snorlax can really eat these hits though. But then my best play here is definitely to go into Kabutops, sack it, and get my Aero in. Yeah, I think this is my best play. Although maybe getting rid of my Aqua-Jet contingency for Ninetales is not a good idea, but I can't see myself... this was useful for Lapras. What? That was a weird play. What do I go for now? Like, 2 Aqua-Jets takes it out. I don't really need to Aqua-Jet. Well, although actually no, Aqua-Jetting here is not a bad play, because it probably puts him in range of rocks. So if I get rocks up later in the match, then that's good. So Dark Pulse comes out, which will take us out. That's fine. So Aero comes in here and just goes for an Earthquake. That's pretty easy. And I think really after that, anything goes down. He didn't bring anything to take Earthquakes at all, and we've got lots of Earthquakers. So that's very, very good for us. Very good for us, especially because Nidoking's still in the back as well. So we can take this out without having to miss without having to miss a Rock Slide. So, and I think after that he doesn't have anything to outspeed. Oh, he's still got Starmie. Starmie is the big problem. Big thorn in my side. But yeah, I think he's going to get his rocks up. I really do. But Articuno isn't as crucial anymore. Articuno can help with Starmie though. Maybe I'll switch into Articuno here on the Starmie. Yeah, that's not a bad play. That's not a bad play, switching into Articuno. So he's got Venusaur, Starmie, Golem, and Lapras. Yeah. I could go into Humbre here, but yeah, again, I still want to kind of keep rocks off. So I think I'll switch into this, because I can Toxic Stall Starmie, unless it's got Substitute, which would be a weird set. It would be very weird. I think he's T-Waving here. Yes. And that's alright. That's a pretty alright, actually, I think. I can probably get a Toxic on something here. My switch into Slowbro would have been really safe. This is gonna do nothing. And if I can Toxic Starmie, he gets the drop straight away. That's really annoying, especially with the paralysis. Like, yeah, that's really annoying. And it kind of makes me forced to switch here, I think, because if I do get fully powered on this turn, I'm throwing away my Articuno, which can still be decent. So I'll go Snorlax here. This is annoying though, because if he does get up his rocks, that will be bad. What's he going to go for? Psychic. We can take that. I think at this stage we just go for the Surf. We have to go for the Roll because that's in crunch range, I think. Unless it's a bold Starmie. That might be modest though. That does a ton of damage. I think we can go for a Surf here. Please go into your Shadowfax. Is that? No, that's his. Yeah, this. Golem is still way too healthy, but I do still have loads of stuff to deal with it. And I kind of, yeah, I kind of still need to switch in on the Starmie, which I sort of have in Articuno. This guy can, yeah, I think he can take more hits. Should I go into Articuno? Should I go for Facade? That's in crunch range. I think everything's in range. No, Golem is not in range. And yeah, this guy is actually more helpful for Golem than Articuno is. We do need more damage on this though, but I guess my Venusaur can do that. Yeah, Ice Beam comes out, we can take that. I'm gonna go for a Roost here. Do I go for a Roost or do I go for an Ice Beam? Let's go for a Roost. He can get rocks up. T-Bolt is not taking me out. This is not taking me out. Come on. No. But it's doing too much. So we'll try for how much? Yeah, he's doing Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts now. Is there anything that I could switch into? Not really. We'll try for a Toxic. We'll try for a Toxic and sack at this stage, because this isn't helpful against anything apart from the Starmie. But Starmie is in range of Crunch, I think. We didn't get our Rocks up. Rocks would be so good, because it would put this in range, and this is Drill Run. I'm not sure what that was anticipating, but that means that we get to keep our Articuno, which is huge. That is really big. That's really big. The Drill Run must have been anticipating... Well, I'm not sure actually, because we can Roost here. Obviously, like, I'm slower with the paralysis, so that wouldn't have hit me if I did Roost. Yeah, I'm not sure what the Drill Run was predicting. I'm probably blanking on one of my own team members right now. Or maybe he thought it was Horn Drill. I don't know. Maybe he thought it was Horn Drill. But Thunderbolting was a fine play there, because if I get fully parried, then that's really good for him. So if I can get this Roost off, this would be very, very nice. Ah! I knew it was going to happen. I knew. This is kind of okay. How much is my Nidoking doing to Lapras? I don't think it will be doing anywhere near enough. But as I said, this was the thing to sack right here. The really hairy thing right now is that I have to hit a Rock Slide, which isn't that hairy, but if I miss, I think I lose. I probably live a hit from Lapras actually. I'm probably okay if I miss one. Yeah, this is my play right now. I have to go into this and hit a Rock Slide, and it'll actually bring in the Golem, which is okay. Yeah, bringing Golem is okay. Golem is the biggest problem right here, though. A good switch for him would be to go straight into Golem. It would mean that I get some tip on it, which would be really nice. Oh man, we do hit, thank the Lord, jeez. Whew, that's scary. That's very scary. So this goes down, Venusaur goes down to a Wing Attack, Starmie goes down to a Crunch, but Golem is full health and looking really annoying. But I'm glad that I've got so much contingency against Golem. So this comes in. I still can go into my Snorlax. I still can go into my Snorlax. I will, and whew, this is hard. I think, ooh, what do I do? Because if he recovers, then he puts himself out of range, which is not okay. I think after these 2 turns, I think Crunch, even if he's bold, I think Crunch will take him out. If I can get a Surf on him and the poison damage, that will take him out. Crunch will take him out. So I'll go for a Surf here. Yeah, I'll go for a Surf here. I have Facade, which would be nuking his team. Please go into your Golem. Please go into your Golem. Okay, please take this out. Please, 1-hit KO. We've got like I think we've got a really good chance to. We're brave, we're not adamant for the reason to. Oh boy! That did so much damage. Yeah, we're looking quite good right now. I can go for Facade here really easily. If he gets up rocks, then he loses his Golem. Oh my god, what's he giving me now? We can just go for Facade. This is going to take out this Starmie. I have no reason to keep this Snorlax so low. So Starmie is going down. Gone. Gone. And yeah, I think that is probably the game. I think that's the game. So we've got like a 1 HP Golem and yeah, a Venusaur, which yeah, it's in range of the wing attack, but if it goes for Mega Drain here, it will recover a lot, but I might not go down. I probably will, but I might not, because I am a bloomin' Snorlax. So he is going to get health here, which is, yeah, and he does take me out. This is going to give him quite a bit of health, I think, because I've got such an insane HP stat. It should still be in range of wing attack, but I'm going to make sure by going into my Venusaur here, I outsped last time. I think it's worth just going for another Sludge Bomb. I know I'm losing differential. I don't mind. I just want to guarantee the win. Because if I go for a wing attack and he puts me to sleep, then and manages to Giga Drain up and stuff, that's how I lose. So yeah, timid Venusaur coming in clutch here because I am consistently outspeeding. I get a crit. It doesn't matter. He already saw that I was outspeeding, so I'm not sure. Maybe he's just getting really, really unlucky with speeds, but 2 Sludge Bombs would have taken him out easily from there. So I think that actually my Vegetrouble is going to clear this up. Yeah, I've outsped every turn. I can't imagine that that's a timid Venusaur on his side. Growth is interesting and pretty scary though. Yeah, I think we've got this just with Venusaur here. Thankfully, Aero hit its Rock Slide, but in the end, yeah, it's not that crucial actually because we're managing to close this off. So yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I am quite happy with this performance. Yeah, pretty happy. And yet again, another person who just statuses my Snorlax from like turn 1. I love it. No one is learning from the Facade. So this is good. We take out the Golem. I think the play into the Starmie was seeing that I was burned and seeing me use a special move. He thought that he would be quite safe going into the Starmie and trying to get a recover off to get it kind of high enough to take on my Aero and everything. Like Starmie was his wing condition, so I can understand that play because I hadn't revealed Facade. I had just been surfing consistently. But I don't know. I think that just taking me out with the Golem was probably the better play there. Or maybe even getting Rock, sacking his Golem and then going into Starmie to recover. But that was a really great match, so go and check out Deathly's side, see the sets that he brought, and see his game plan behind that. I'm really happy we end up with a 3-0 differential, which is pretty good against one of the strongest drafts in the entire draft, I think. Mega Venusaur is just such a scary Pokemon. You saw there, like, the growth and... but thankfully it switched in on powerful attacks, switched in on the Rock Slide. Kabutops did a lot more than I thought it would do, so I'm very thankful for that. But that's going to be all for today. So now we are 7-0. I think, depending on who I beat or who I play, if I get one more win, then I'm guaranteed like semi-finals. I go straight in at semi-finals rather than having to play in the quarter-finals. But our next week is against the only other person who's undefeated. So I know that they're 6-0 in Vivid Colour. I know 6-0. Don't know if he got this week's win yet. Don't know if he's gone 7-0. But if he has, next week is the decider for us who gets the first loss. Potentially the only loss for that person. But we'll see. It may well be next week's battle may well be the determining factor for who actually comes top of the regular season. So definitely want to tune in for. I am terrified. But it's going to be a good one. Anyway, that's all for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I've been Foo, you've been awesome, and hopefully see you next time. Goodbye.